The stars were silent. No voices, no signals, no traces of the once great human race. Marcus Hale sat in the cockpit of his old exploration ship, Solace, staring at the endless field of stars ahead. His ship had been drifting for weeks, scanning, one system after another, finding nothing but ruins and dust. He was the last human, or at least the last one anyone knew about. The rest had vanished long ago, leaving behind only fragments of their history. For centuries, explorers, both human descendants and alien scholars, had searched for answers. But none had found the truth. Marcus was different. He wasn't searching for riches or fame. He wanted closure. A soft, mechanical voice echoed through the quiet cabin. "Captain, new signal detected. Very weak, origin unknown," said Nova, the ship's artificial intelligence. Marcus straightened up. "Coordinates." "Sector 9F, near the edge of the Perseid Nebula," Nova replied. "Signal matches pre-Exodus human data patterns. Estimated age 20,000 years. Marcus's heart skipped a beat. 20,000 years. That was around the time humanity vanished. He took a deep breath. "Set a course, Nova. Let's find out what's out there." The engines roared to life. The ship trembled, then leapt into the stars. The journey took several hours through shifting clouds of glowing gas and dark space dust. The nebula outside shimmered like a living ocean of color, purple, blue, and silver lights drifting across the black. Marcus watched silently, lost in thought. He remembered the old records he'd studied as a boy. Humanity had once ruled the stars. They built massive cities, terraformed worlds, and created art so beautiful that even alien civilizations admired them. Then one day, without warning, they were gone. No war, no disease, no clear disaster. Just gone. Now, as the ship neared the source of the mysterious signal, Marcus felt the weight of all that history pressing on him. "Approaching signal origin," Nova said. "Energy readings are faint but stable. There's a large object ahead." Marcus leaned forward. Through the viewing screen, he saw it. A giant structure floating in the void. It looked like a planet-sized sphere made of silver metal, cracked and ancient. Parts of it glowed faintly, as if still alive after countless years. Around it drifted broken satellites, shattered ships, and old debris, silent witnesses of another time. "It's huge," Marcus whispered. "Scan it." "Scanning complete," Nova replied. Composition: 87% unknown alloy, partially human design. Energy source detected inside. Structure matches no known database. Marcus's eyes widened. Could it be the final archive? For centuries, explorers had whispered about it. A mythical vault said to contain all the knowledge of humanity before they disappeared. No one had ever found it. Until now. "Prepare docking sequence," Marcus said. "Warning," Nova responded calmly. "Structure is unstable. Radiation levels are low but rising. Entering may be unsafe." Marcus smiled faintly. Since when has anything safe ever mattered? The ship drifted closer. A docking bay slowly opened on the sphere's surface, as if recognizing the human vessel. Lights flickered to life in a long hallway ahead. "It's welcoming us," Marcus said softly. "Or luring us," Nova replied. Marcus chuckled. "Let's hope it's the first one." Inside, the air was cold and dry. Marcus stepped out, his boots echoing on the metallic floor. The hall was vast, lined with dark walls covered in glowing symbols. He brushed his hand across one, and the symbol lit up. Human writing, ancient but familiar. "It's English," Marcus whispered. "Old Earth English." The glowing text shifted, forming new words. "Welcome to the final archive." Marcus stared in awe. "It's real." Nova hovered beside him as a small blue sphere of light. "This facility seems aware of our presence. Suggest caution." Marcus nodded. "Stay close." They moved deeper inside. The corridors curved and twisted, filled with echoes of old machines still running after millennia. The deeper they went, the stronger the faint hum of energy became. Finally, they reached a large chamber. In the center stood a tall pillar of transparent crystal, surrounded by rings of light. Inside the crystal, something shimmered. An image, faint but human. "Nova, can you analyze that?" Marcus asked. Attempting data link, connection established. Suddenly the crystal flared to life. The room filled with a warm golden glow. A holographic figure appeared, a woman with kind eyes and a calm smile. "Welcome, traveler," she said. Her voice was gentle but carried authority. "You have reached the final archive. Identify yourself." Marcus hesitated, his heart racing. "Marcus Hale, human, explorer." The hologram tilted her head slightly. "Human. Impossible. Humanity departed from this plane long ago." "Departed?" Marcus asked. "What do you mean? Where did they go?" "You are not authorized for full access," the hologram replied. "However, your biological signature is genuine. Perhaps you are the key we left behind." Marcus frowned. "Left behind for what?" The hologram paused, as if processing something. "Follow the path of remembrance. The truth lies beyond the gate of echoes." The image faded, and the room went silent. A hidden door opened at the far end of the chamber. Marcus looked at Nova. "I think we just got invited in." "Or tested," Nova replied. "Data suggests the structure is responding to your presence specifically. It recognizes human DNA." Marcus stared at his hands. "Then maybe I really am the last." They entered the next chamber. It was massive, walls filled with countless memory cubes, each one glowing faintly. Some flickered, others had gone dark. It was like walking inside the mind of humanity itself. Marcus picked one cube at random. As he touched it, light burst from it, showing a projection of an old city, Earth centuries ago. Skyscrapers, oceans, and people walking under sunlight. He felt his throat tighten. "Earth, our home." "These are memory recordings," Nova said. "Each cube contains stored data from human civilization, culture, science, and history." Marcus walked slowly between the rows, touching cubes as he passed. He saw scenes of starships launching, colonies forming on distant planets, and people singing under strange skies. It was beautiful and heartbreaking, but then he noticed something odd. Many cubes toward the far end were cracked or missing entirely, gaps in history. "Nova, what's missing here?" "Records after the year 7290 are absent," Nova replied. "That coincides with the timeline of humanity's disappearance." Marcus felt a chill. "So they erased their own ending." "Or someone else did," Nova said quietly. Suddenly the lights dimmed. The air vibrated. A deep mechanical voice echoed through the hall. "Unauthorized presence detected. Identify or be removed." Marcus raised his light. "I'm human. I came to learn the truth." The ground trembled. From the shadows, a large sentinel emerged, made of dark metal, its eyes glowing red. "Human, impossible. They are gone," it said. Marcus took a step back but held his ground. "I'm real. See for yourself." The sentinel paused, scanning him. After a moment, its red eyes turned blue. "Verification complete. You are human." It lowered its weapon arm and bowed slightly. "Then the time has come. The archive has awaited your return." Marcus stared in shock. "My return?" The sentinel nodded. "The keys to humanity's truth are within your blood. You must awaken the core." "Where is it?" Marcus asked. The sentinel pointed toward a large sealed door at the end of the chamber. "Beyond that gate lies the core memory, the record of why humanity vanished. But beware, the truth is not gentle." Marcus swallowed hard. "I've come too far to turn back now." He looked toward the great door, feeling a mix of fear and hope. For the first time in his life, he stood at the edge of the greatest mystery in the galaxy. Behind him, the sentinel's voice echoed once more. "The archive remembers. The stars remember. Now, human, It is your turn. Marcus took a deep breath and stepped toward the door. The metal began to glow under his touch, as if recognizing his presence. The locks disengaged with a low hum. The path to the truth was opening. And for the first time in 20,000 years, the final archive awakened to a living human heart. The giant door slid open with a deep metallic sound, echoing through the ancient halls of the archive. Warm light spilled out from the darkness inside, soft and golden like sunlight breaking through a storm. Marcus stepped forward carefully. His heart beat fast. Nova, the small blue AI sphere floating beside him, scanned the air. "Energy levels are rising, Captain," Nova said softly. "Something in there just activated." Marcus nodded. "Let's see what humanity left for us." The chamber beyond the door was vast, so large that its walls faded into mist. In the center stood a colossal structure shaped like a heart made of crystal and light. It pulsed slowly, as if alive. Thin streams of energy ran through the air, connecting the heart-shaped core to the surrounding walls. Every pulse sent ripples of light across the room. "This is it," Marcus whispered. "The core of the final archive." He walked closer. The air shimmered, almost humming around him. He could feel something, not just sound or heat, but presence. It felt like he was standing inside the thoughts of millions. "Nova, can you connect to it?" "Attempting link," the AI replied. "Warning, data stream exceeds normal capacity. Recommend caution." Marcus smiled faintly. "When has caution ever helped us learn the truth?" He placed his gloved hand on the smooth surface of the core. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the entire room came alive. Light exploded from the crystal, flooding every corner of the chamber. Images appeared around him, holograms of humans, planets, and fleets. He saw faces, scientists, children, explorers, all speaking in fragments of voices. "Marcus Hale," a calm voice said suddenly, clear among the noise. Marcus turned. A woman's holographic figure appeared in front of him. She was tall, with silver hair and kind, determined eyes. "Who are you?" Marcus asked. "I am Dr. Lyra Solon," the figure replied. "Lead architect of the final archive." Marcus recognized the name. She had been one of the most brilliant minds of the old world. A scientist who helped design humanity's last great projects before they vanished. "Dr. Solon," Marcus said quietly, "I've been searching for the truth. What happened to us? Why did humanity disappear?" The hologram looked at him for a long moment before answering. "Humanity did not die," she said softly. "We evolved. But to understand, you must see what came before." The core pulsed again. Suddenly the room filled with moving visions like memories. Marcus saw Earth shining blue and full of life. Then he saw humans building starships and spreading through the galaxy. Worlds terraformed, cities glowing under alien suns. Humanity had grown stronger, wiser, and more united than ever before. "For centuries we thrived," Dr. Solon's voice explained. "We reached every corner of the Milky Way. We became the caretakers of countless worlds. We believed there was nothing we could not achieve." The scene changed. The stars began to dim. Ships floated abandoned in space. Energy readings fell to zero. "Then," she continued, "something began to change. The stars themselves started to fade. Physics behaved differently. Entire systems collapsed without cause." Marcus frowned. "What caused it?" "We searched for answers," Dr. Solon said. "At first we thought it was natural decay. But then we found patterns, intelligent patterns. Something was rewriting the fabric of space." "Something," Marcus repeated. "Yes," she replied. "An unknown force. A mind that exists beyond time. We called it the Silence." The holograms flickered again. Marcus saw fleets of human ships gathering, scientists studying strange cosmic waves and planets falling dark. "The Silence erased civilizations," Dr. Solon said. "Not just ours, others too. Alien empires we knew disappeared one after another. We realized the universe was cleansing itself." Marcus's heart pounded. "So humanity fought back?" The hologram nodded. "We built Project Horizon, the greatest experiment ever made. A gateway beyond the known universe. Our goal was to escape the Silence before it reached Earth." The scene shifted again. Massive rings floated above a dying star. Thousands of ships gathered, ready to pass through. "Many of us left through the Horizon Gate," she said. "We crossed into a higher dimension, a place where time moves differently. But the gate was unstable. It could not hold forever." "What happened to those who stayed?" Marcus asked quietly. "We stayed to protect the gate," Dr. Solon answered. "To seal the path behind us so the Silence would not follow." We stored our memories, our history, everything we were, into this archive. The image of the great gate collapsing filled the air. Stars turned dark. Ships vanished. Then silence. We succeeded, she said. The silence could not reach those who crossed over. But the cost was everything. Marcus stood frozen. He felt both pride and grief. Humanity had not vanished. They had transcended, leaving only echoes behind. The hologram's expression softened. You are here because the archive recognized your DNA. You are one of the descendants left behind. Our story lives through you. Descendants? Marcus asked in disbelief. Then there were others like me? Long ago, yes, Dr. Solon said. But time erases much. You may be the last who still carries the original human code. Marcus felt his chest tighten. So I really am the last. Perhaps, she said gently. But that also makes you the bridge between what was and what can be. The hologram stepped closer. The final archive holds more than memories. It holds a key, one that can reopen the horizon gate. You can find them again. Marcus's eyes widened. You mean I can bring humanity back? Not as they were, she said. But you can reach them. You can remind them what it means to be human. To care, to build, to dream. The core pulsed again, brighter than before. Nova's voice cut through the moment. Captain, energy levels are climbing rapidly. The core is awakening further. The floor trembled. Light beams shot across the chamber, connecting to Marcus's suit. His visor displayed thousands of streams of data. It's reading me, Marcus shouted. It's not reading, Dr. Solon said. It's remembering you. You are the final key. The lights flared, then slowly dimmed. The core's pulse stabilized. A small fragment of crystal detached from its surface and floated toward Marcus. He caught it gently. The fragment glowed faintly in his hand, warm and alive. What is this? He asked. The heart of memory, Dr. Solon replied. It will guide you to the next archive, the one hidden beyond this system. Follow it and you will uncover the full truth. Marcus looked down at the glowing crystal. It pulsed like a heartbeat. But why now? He asked. Why wake after so long? The hologram smiled sadly. Because the stars are changing again. The silence has returned. Marcus froze. Returned? Yes, she said. It stirs once more, feeding on forgotten worlds. If humanity's legacy is to survive, it must be remembered. That is your purpose. Before Marcus could reply, the hologram flickered, fading away. Wait, he called out. Dr. Solon! Her voice echoed softly as her image disappeared. Remember us, Marcus Hale, remember who we were. Then the chamber went dark. Only the faint glow of the crystal in his hand remained. Nova's light brightened beside him. Captain, the core is entering standby. Energy output stable. But the signal, it's pointing toward a new location. Marcus took a deep breath. Then that's where we're going. He looked around the silent chamber one last time. Once it had held the memories of billions. Now it had given him a mission. As he turned to leave, the core pulsed faintly one last time like a farewell heartbeat. Goodbye, old world, Marcus whispered. I'll carry your light. He walked out of the chamber and back to his ship. The docking lights came on automatically, as if the archive itself was watching him leave. Inside Solace, Marcus placed the glowing crystal in the center console. A new star map appeared, a route to a distant system far beyond known space. Destination set, Nova said. Estimated travel time, 47 hours. Marcus leaned back in his chair. Let's go, Nova. Time to find the next piece of the truth. The engines roared to life and the ship lifted away from the silent sphere. As it disappeared into the stars, the archive's lights slowly faded again, returning to their long slumber. But for the first time in 20,000 years, a human was carrying its message forward. The stars stretched into long glowing lines as Marcus's ship, Solace, jumped into faster-than-light travel. He sat quietly in the cockpit, watching the map flicker before him. At the center of the screen pulsed the glowing crystal, the heart of memory. It was guiding him through a route that no modern map contained. Nova hovered beside him, the small blue sphere humming softly. Captain, Nova said, the route we are following does not exist in any star chart. Are you certain this is wise? Marcus smiled faintly. Since when has wisdom ever stopped humanity from exploring? Historical data confirms rarely, Nova replied. Marcus chuckled, but his eyes remained focused. For the first time in years, he felt purpose. He was no longer drifting through empty space looking for ghosts. Now he was chasing something real, something that could explain the mystery of his species. Hours passed as the ship crossed the silent darkness between stars. Then suddenly alarms beeped. Gravitational anomaly ahead, Nova warned. Something massive is distorting space. Marcus leaned forward. The view outside changed. Stars bent and rippled around a glowing circular distortion. It wasn't a planet or a star. It was a gate, floating alone in the void. It looked like a ring made of gold and black stone, with streams of blue light spinning slowly around it. Nova, what is that? Marcus whispered. Unknown. Structure resembles Horizon Gate design, but older. Much older. Marcus's heartbeat quickened. Then this could be another piece of the final archive. The crystal pulsed brightly, confirming his thought. The ship slowed, gliding toward the gate. As he neared, a faint voice echoed through the speakers. It wasn't Nova, it came from the gate itself. Traveler of human blood. The path awaits. Do you seek memory or truth? Marcus froze. Did you hear that? Confirmed, Nova said. Signal originates from the gate's inner field. Memory or truth, Marcus repeated softly. I want both. The gate's light flared in response. Then enter and remember. A beam of golden light wrapped around Solace. The ship trembled, then vanished into the gate. When Marcus opened his eyes, the stars were gone. Outside the window stretched a strange, beautiful world. A glowing ocean floated upside down in the sky. Islands drifted through the air like pieces of a dream. Giant silver towers rose from the ground, half broken and covered in vines that shimmered like glass. It was silent, peaceful, but not empty. Where are we? Marcus asked in awe. Unknown, Nova replied. Reality field differs from normal space. Time flow uncertain. Marcus looked at the crystal. It still glowed, but now projected a line of light toward a mountain in the distance. That's our destination, he said. Let's land. The ship descended gently through the glowing clouds and touched down on soft green ground that glimmered faintly like starlight. Marcus stepped out, feeling the cool air around him. It smelled faintly of rain and metal. All around, fragments of old human structures stood, walls, signs, machines. Everything looked abandoned but preserved, like time had stopped the moment humans left. He approached one wall and brushed off the dust. Old writing appeared beneath his fingers. Project Horizon, Phase 2. Marcus's eyes widened. This was one of their staging worlds. They must have built it after leaving Earth. Nova scanned the area. Energy readings are low but stable. There is an active data beacon on top of the mountain. Marcus looked toward the distant peak. Then that's where the truth is waiting. He began walking, following the crystal's light. The path wound through fields of glowing grass and silent ruins. Sometimes he saw faint holographic echoes, images of humans walking, laughing, working. They were memories left behind, still repeating after thousands of years. At one point, Marcus stopped to watch a group of holographic children running past him, their laughter fading like wind. They were happy here, he said quietly. Records suggest early colonists were successful, Nova replied. But something ended their presence. Marcus continued walking. After several hours, he reached the base of the mountain. A wide staircase of stone led upward, carved with ancient human symbols. As he climbed, the air grew thinner, and the sky darkened slightly. The crystal's glow grew brighter, pulsing like a heartbeat guiding him onward. Finally, he reached the top. There he found a small temple built into the rock, with a single glowing orb floating at its center. It's another archive node, Nova said. Should I connect? Marcus nodded. Do it, the orb brightened. A voice filled the air, gentle and calm. Welcome, descendant. You have followed the path of memory. Now you must face the truth. Marcus stepped closer. Who are you? I am the echo of Lyra Solon, the voice said. A fragment of her mind placed here to guide you. A holographic image of Dr. Solon appeared again, just like before. But this version looked older, almost tired. Dr. Solon, Marcus said, I found your message in the final archive. You said humanity crossed through the Horizon Gate. But what happened to those who followed? The hologram's face darkened. Not all who crossed survived the passage. Some reached the higher plane, yes, but others changed. Changed? Marcus asked. Their minds merged with the new universe, she said softly. They became part of the fabric of reality itself. They no longer had bodies or voices. They became the light that holds the stars together. Marcus felt chills down his spine. So they're still alive in a way. Yes, she said. But they are beyond reach. Only their echoes remain here. The hologram stepped closer. But there was something else we did not expect. The silence followed us. It was not a force, it was a memory. It lives in forgotten minds. It feeds on neglect, Marcus frowned. A memory? Yes, Dr. Solon said. The universe itself remembers those who are forgotten. When too many civilizations are erased, that memory becomes hunger. We called it the silence because it devours everything that is not remembered. Marcus's eyes widened. So if humanity is forgotten, the silence grows stronger. Exactly, she said. That is why the archives were built, to keep our memory alive. As long as someone remembers, the silence cannot win. Marcus took a deep breath. The weight of her words hit him like gravity. He realized that his search wasn't just about history, it was about survival. Then I have to make sure we're remembered, he said. The hologram smiled faintly. You are doing so already. But there is more. The heart of memory you carry. It can awaken the last archive. There lies the full truth and the power to stop the silence once and for all. Where is it? Marcus asked. The hologram raised her hand. A new star map appeared in the air, a single bright point deep beyond any known galaxy. The final archive core lies here, she said. But be warned, the journey will test your will. The silence guards the path. I'll face it, Marcus said firmly. The hologram's expression softened. Then may your courage guide you, Marcus Hale. The stars are watching. Her image faded. The orb dimmed. The temple became silent again. Marcus stood there for a long moment, looking up at the strange sky filled with floating islands and glowing water. Then he looked down at the crystal in his hand. It now shone brighter than ever, pointing toward the new location. Nova, he said, prepare the ship. We have one more place to go. Understood, Nova replied. Captain, may I ask something? Sure, Marcus said. Why do you continue even when the truth may be painful? Marcus smiled softly. Because pain means something once lived, and if something lived, it deserves to be remembered. He turned and began walking down the mountain. The wind whispered through the glowing grass, carrying faint echoes of laughter and music from long ago. As he reached his ship, the sky behind him shimmered, the holographic memories fading slowly like stars at dawn. He boarded Solace, placed the crystal back in the console, and watched the new map appear. Course set, Nova said. Then let's finish what humanity started, Marcus whispered. The engines ignited and the ship lifted off the ancient world. The glowing ocean reflected its light like a farewell wave. As Solace entered the stars once more, Marcus felt a strange warmth in his chest, a quiet voice inside him, whispering words older than time itself. Remember us, and he promised silently that he would. The ship Solace glided through the silent stars. The crystal's glow pulsed steadily, guiding Marcus toward a system unmarked on any map. A dim blue light radiated from its surface, pointing like a beacon. Approaching target system, Nova said. Orbital scans reveal a massive structure. Estimated size 20 kilometers. Composition unknown. Marcus leaned forward, his eyes scanning the readings. This is it. The final archive. Captain, Nova warned. Energy readings are unusually high. Proceed with caution. Marcus nodded. He had come too far to turn back now. Caution won't tell me the truth. The archive was immense, a metallic sphere floating alone in deep space. Its surface reflected distant stars, but Marcus could see faint lines of light moving across it, like veins of energy. The docking bay opened automatically as Solace approached, inviting him in. Inside, the chamber was vast, filled with corridors stretching in every direction. Marcus walked cautiously, Nova floating nearby, scanning for danger. The core of the archive was said to hold the memories of billions of humans, their history, and the reasons they vanished. Marcus felt a strange thrill mixed with fear. This place feels alive, he whispered. Correct, Nova replied. Energy readings indicate self-awareness. Proceed carefully. He followed the glowing paths across the floor, leading him to a massive central chamber. At its center was the core, a crystal heart suspended in midair, glowing with golden light. Its surface pulsed as if it were breathing. Streams of energy connected it to the walls, humming with quiet power. So this is the heart of humanity, Marcus said softly. Before he could approach, a shadow fell across the chamber. Marcus turned and saw a towering figure emerge. Its body was sleek metallic with amber glowing eyes. "Identify yourself," the figure said, its voice deep and resonant. Marcus straightened. "I am Marcus Hale, human, explorer." The figure's eyes scanned him. After a long pause, they shifted from red to blue. "Human of verification complete. You may approach. I am Guardian Unit 7, protector of the final archive." Marcus nodded. "I mean no harm. I have come to learn the truth." "Many have tried," the Guardian said. "Few have succeeded. The core reveals truths only to those who can bear them." "Then I am ready," Marcus said firmly. The Guardian moved aside, revealing the core in full. Light radiated from it, warm and powerful. Marcus felt a strange pull, as if the core were calling to him. "Touch it," the Guardian said. "The memories of your species await. But once seen, they cannot be forgotten." Marcus stepped forward and placed his hand on the crystal. Immediately, the chamber was filled with light. He saw Earth first, blue oceans, green continents, bustling cities. Then humanity's expansion into space, ships leaving orbit, colonies forming, people exploring strange worlds. "We were remarkable," Marcus whispered. "Indeed," said the Guardian. Humanity reached heights no other species could match. The vision shifted. Stars flickered and died. Ships floated abandoned. Planets turned dark. "What? What is happening?" Marcus asked. "The silence," the Guardian said. "An unseen force that erases forgotten civilizations. Humanity had to escape or be consumed." Marcus felt his chest tighten. "So we fled." "Yes," said the Guardian. Project Horizon was humanity's final effort. Massive gates were built to lead survivors to another plane, a universe untouched by decay. The visions showed fleets of ships entering glowing portals. Some disappeared safely. Others remained behind to seal the gates. Marcus saw the faces of those who stayed. Determined, brave, sacrificing everything. "They didn't want to be followed," the Guardian explained. "They stored all knowledge here in the archive so that their legacy would survive." Marcus felt awe and grief. "So humanity didn't vanish, we evolved." "Correct," said the Guardian. "But even evolution required memory. The archive preserves that memory, and you are now its keeper." The core pulsed brighter. Marcus could feel billions of minds flowing into his consciousness. Their thoughts, dreams, and hopes filled the chamber. "It's overwhelming," he whispered. "That is the weight of a species," the Guardian replied. "You must carry it." The core's light shifted, showing something unexpected. Not all humans had survived the transition. Some were left behind, altered by the unstable gate. Their minds became part of the energy of the universe itself. "They became the stars?" Marcus asked. "In a way," the Guardian said. "They exist beyond time, maintaining the balance of reality. Their consciousness keeps the universe alive." Marcus fell to his knees. I had no idea." "They are still out there." "Yes," said the Guardian. "But they cannot act directly. That is why the archive exists. For those who remain to remember and carry their legacy." The core pulsed again, revealing a faint map. It pointed to a distant galaxy far beyond known space. "That is the location of the last survivors," the Guardian said. "The final records of humanity are there. You may reach them if you dare." Marcus felt a surge of determination. "Then that is where I will go." "Be warned," the Guardian said. "The path is guarded. Only one who is willing to face the silence may succeed. Many minds will challenge you." "I'm ready," Marcus said, gripping the crystal tightly. Suddenly the chamber shook. The core's light dimmed and flared violently. "An external force approaches," Nova said. "Energy readings indicate interference. Unknown origin." Marcus looked up. A shadow moved across the walls, dark waves of energy forming shapes that seemed alive. "The silence," the Guardian said. "It tests all who seek the core. You must prove your resolve." Marcus took a deep breath. "I won't fail." The waves of energy advanced. He felt them pressing against his mind, trying to confuse him. Voices whispered, memories from the core twisted into fear. "You are alone," a voice said. "You cannot succeed," another whispered. Marcus gritted his teeth. "No, I remember who I am. I remember humanity." The crystal pulsed brighter in response. The waves recoiled, retreating from the strength of his resolve. "Your memory strengthens the core," the Guardian said. "Hold it. Do not falter." Marcus focused on the images of humanity. Earth, colonies, ships, the faces of those who had stayed behind. He clutched the crystal, feeling their energy merge with his own. Slowly, the waves of the silence dissipated. The chamber returned to calm. "Well done," the Guardian said. "You have proven yourself worthy of the truth." The core shifted, revealing its final vision. Marcus saw the moment of humanity's last departure. Fleets entering the horizon gate, lights fading, soldiers and scientists staying behind to seal the gate. The last humans looked back one final time at the stars they had loved. This is it," Marcus whispered. "Yes," the Guardian said. "You have seen the truth. Humanity did not vanish. It became something greater. Now you carry their legacy. The next step is yours." Marcus stood tall. "Then I will finish what they started. I will reach the survivors and ensure their memory lives." "Then go," the Guardian said. "The archive opens the path. But remember, the universe watches. Humanity's light must never fade." Marcus felt the core's energy infuse him with clarity and courage. He turned to Nova. "Set course for the final system," he said. "It's time to find them." "Understood, Captain," Nova replied. As Solace departed the massive archive, the Guardian's voice echoed one final time. "The stars remember you. Marcus Hale, carry the light." Outside, the galaxy stretched endlessly before him, filled with unseen wonders and dangers. But Marcus no longer felt alone. Humanity's legacy was with him, and he would see it through to the end. The glowing crystal pulsed, pointing the way forward, and the ship leapt into the unknown. The stars stretched endlessly before Marcus as Solace flew toward the distant system marked by the heart of memory. The crystal pulsed steadily, guiding him like a lighthouse through uncharted space. For the first time in centuries, he felt hope, not just for himself but for all of humanity. "Captain," Nova said quietly, "we are approaching the final coordinates. Sensors indicate a planet in orbit around a pale sun. Energy readings match those of the previous archives, but on a larger scale." Marcus tightened his grip on the console. Then this must be it. The survivors, humanity's final legacy. The planet below glowed faintly with a greenish light. Its surface was dotted with massive structures that shimmered like crystal, connected by beams of radiant energy stretching into the sky. "Unusual planetary design," Nova noted. "Artificial atmosphere enhancements detected. Highly advanced technology." Marcus's heart beat faster. "They've built something incredible." "And survived all this time." Solace descended through the atmosphere. The ship's shields reflected the light of the towering structures, each one like a gleaming cathedral. Marcus felt small but determined. He landed near the largest structure, a central tower glowing with golden energy. The heart of memory pulsed in his hand as if acknowledging its counterpart below. "Nova," Marcus said. "Let's move carefully. These humans, they might not be like us anymore." "Correct," Nova replied. "Records suggest transformation. Approach with caution." Marcus exited the ship, boots touching the soft, glowing ground. He felt a strange vibration beneath him, a living pulse emanating from the tower. The air shimmered with energy, and he could hear faint whispers of voices, human but amplified, overlapping like a chorus of memories. "So this is the end of the path," Marcus whispered. The tower's entrance opened automatically. Golden light spilled onto the ground, revealing a vast hall filled with figures moving gracefully. At first Marcus thought they were ghosts, humans without substance, but as he approached, he realized they were very real. Their forms shimmered, semi-transparent, yet solid enough to interact with their environment. They looked like humans, yet somehow evolved. Energy flowed through their bodies, connecting them to one another and to the planet itself. Marcus's breath caught in his throat. They survived, and they changed. A figure approached him, a woman, tall and radiant, with hair that flowed like liquid light. Her eyes were kind but carried the weight of centuries. "Welcome, Marcus Hale," she said. Her voice echoed softly in his mind. "I am Ira Solon, granddaughter of Dr. Lyra Solon. You have come far to reach us." Marcus bowed slightly. "I am honored. I followed the path left in the archives. I wanted to see the truth for myself." Ira smiled. "Then you shall." Humanity did not vanish. We evolved to live beyond the dangers that once threatened us. The silence could not touch us here. She gestured, and Marcus saw the other figures turn toward him, observing with curiosity and warmth. "You carry the heart of memory," Ira continued. It is the key to bridging the past with the present. Your journey proves that humanity's legacy is not just survival, it is remembrance. Marcus felt the weight of her words. Then, you preserved everything. Our history, our culture, our lives. Yes, she said, but only memory can protect what is fragile. Those who forget are at risk of being consumed by the silence. That is why the archives were created. Era guided Marcus to a central platform within the tower. The platform pulsed in harmony with the heart of memory. Place it here, she instructed. Marcus did as she said. The crystal merged with the platform. Energy surged through the room, connecting Marcus to the evolved humans around him. For a moment, he felt their consciousness flowing into his mind. Millions of memories, dreams, emotions, all vibrant and alive. This is incredible, Marcus whispered. You now see why you were chosen, Era said. You are the bridge, the one who remembers the past and can guide the future. Suddenly, the crystal pulsed violently. A projection appeared in the center of the platform. Holograms of Earth, of human colonies, and of the Horizon gates. Marcus saw the fleets departing through the gates, and the faces of those who had stayed behind, sacrificing themselves to preserve humanity's future. All of this? Marcus said softly. It's all here. Every struggle, every triumph. Yes, Era said. We became something more than flesh, but memory and courage define humanity. Your journey has proven that even a single human can carry the legacy of billions. Marcus looked around. Then my task is to carry your story, to make sure humanity is remembered throughout the stars. Exactly, Era said. Memory is the greatest power. It can prevent the silence from consuming worlds. You have been entrusted with that power. A gentle vibration ran through the tower. The evolved humans paused, focusing on Marcus. Do you wish to join us? Era asked. To leave behind mortality and live among us, free from time? Marcus shook his head slowly. No, I belong to the stars where humanity began. My place is to remember and tell the story, to keep the light alive. Era nodded, her expression filled with respect. Then you are truly human. Your courage is what defines you. Go and take this knowledge to the universe. But how do I stop the silence? Marcus asked. By remembering, Era said simply. Teach others. Preserve memory. Share our story with those who follow. That is the power you hold. The heart of memory pulsed one final time, sending a stream of golden light into Marcus's mind. He felt a surge of understanding, clarity, and connection. Humanity's story, its triumphs and losses, became part of him. Marcus returned to solace, the crystal now glowing steadily. Nova floated beside him, scanning the planet. Captain, planetary readings indicate stable energy. Evolved humans show no hostility. All systems normal. Marcus smiled. Then our job begins, Nova. We carry their story now. We make sure no world forgets humanity. He set the ship on a course away from the glowing planet, toward the wider galaxy. Outside, stars stretched endlessly, but Marcus no longer felt small. He carried the light of billions in his heart. For the first time, he understood what humanity had always meant. Not just survival, not just expansion, but courage, hope, and the power to remember. Nova, he said, let's send a signal, a message of humanity to the stars. Let everyone know who we are, and that we endured. Message transmission initiated, Nova replied. Marcus leaned back, watching the stars pass by. The signal carried the story of humanity, its history, culture, achievements, and warnings into the galaxy. It would reach worlds that had never known humans, ensuring that no memory would fade. The light from the heart of memory pulsed gently beside him, as if approving. We did it, Marcus whispered. Humanity lives not just in memory, but in hope. He looked ahead toward the unknown stars. There were worlds to explore, stories to witness, and a legacy to protect. And for the first time in 20,000 years, the universe seemed less empty. High above, on the planet of the evolved humans, Era Solon watched Marcus's ship leave. She smiled softly, knowing that the mission was complete. Humanity's light would never fade. The silence could not win as long as someone remembered. Carry our story, Marcus Hale, she whispered. Carry it well. And somewhere, far in the galaxy, a human heart pulsed with the memory of billions. Alive, enduring, and shining brighter than any star.